Warning: the following video contains strong language which may be offensive to some viewers and or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only. WLFD-DB.com, where talk radio is a whole lot better. Our shows are your shows, and that there makes for a great talk radio. Just Cindy, where Cindy will bring up most anything in a spirited way. She's known for her honesty, and she'll talk about the sensitive topics others won't. Just Cindy. High energy and no bull. ThePsychicCindy.com. Now, here's Cindy.
Hi, guys! I just poked myself in the eye, so I had to fix my eye for a moment. I don't know if it's still watering. It feels like it is, but I'm a dork. I can't help it. So I want to say hi to you guys. Hey, Chanel. My dream is to have my rock and crystal business go into a store location, not just online. I enjoy seeing others feel what I feel, and you can't do that by mailing it. That's right, Chanel. It's funny. My eye is watering still because I freaking poked it. I wanted to put my lashes on, and I poked my eye, and then I couldn't. Yes. Anyway, yes, Chanel, I love your dream. I totally can see that. Actually, I have actually seen that. Robert says, hi. Kelly says, hi, Robert. Raven, where is it? Look, I said it right here. I freaking love this so much. Okay, of course we got to start at Aries because I got it. Oh my gosh, I love this so much. I'm so excited. And so I have it set right here for right now until I just got it. My son said it just came. Thank you so much. I love it, honey. Thank you. Hi, Luce. How are you? Hello, Ray. Kelly says, hi, Raven. Raven says, hi, Kelly and Robert. Kelly says, hi, Luce and Ray. Robert says, nice. Right? It is awesome. Yes, I do love it. Thank you so much. I'm so excited about it. I can't wait to play with it. But at least I was able to open it before I started. I'm sorry, my eyes literally running all over the place. And I just keep touching it with my eyes. With my hands, not my eyes. I keep touching my eye with my eyes. Whatever. I mean, if that's how Cindy's eye works, maybe I'll try and do this. I'll blow on my eye to stop it from watering. I have my eyelashes laid out here, by the way, you guys, so I have to be careful not to like blow them all over the place. Because I could do that too. It's a little blow tool. It's cute, right? It's Lashify, but it's a little blow tool. Yeah, I got myself pretty good, I just have to say. Okay. Robert says, hi, Raven. Hi, Kelly. Robert says, would that be an eye job? Yes, it would be an eye job. Ray says, I'm trying hard to rebuild the garden. Yay! That's so happy. Listen, your garden is so happy, and it's a happy place, and it's a place of love for you. So don't think about the negatives and why you have to do all of this again, but just see the love of what you're doing. You know, because I can feel the love of what you're doing. So, yeah, it's going to be awesome sauce, Ray. It's going to be awesome sauce. So, yeah, it's Dream a Little Dream tonight. What do you guys think about that topic? Like, because I was thinking about it, like, sometimes we have ideas and sometimes we just are like, oh, that's such a good idea. And then sit on our laurels and do nothing about it. But I was thinking about if you dream a little dream and put some oomph in behind it, like how far can you go? Like really, how far can you go? So I'm just curious. Like I thought the topic was a great little topic, like dreams, right? And I don't mean like dreams like the things that happen during the night. I mean like dreams, goals, like aspirations that you have for yourself, right? Yeah, because you can't have them for others because then it's not your dreams and goals and aspirations. Ray says 2 zucchini plants got baby zucchini on them. Yay! I love zucchini so much. It's so delicious. So delicious. Yes, I love it. This eye, it's just gonna water all night. Let's hope not. It's not gonna water. It's gonna stop watering because it's not damaged anymore. It's not hurting anymore. Yeah, so I was thinking about it. I'm like, well, what has gotten me to where I am just from a year ago to where I am now? And I'm not saying that I'm any big thing or anything like that, but it started with me thinking and dreaming about it and aspiring to like, oh, that would be fun if, I used my YouTube for what it was supposed to be being used for. Right? I did my Facebook lives and I was sporadic and I did them whenever I wanted to. And I didn't really have too much of a game plan, but Spirit really was on my rear end about, doing something and starting it and starting to do these lives online consistently. So I really listened, and I have to say that I had this little dream about having a podcast, and I had this little dream about going online and having people that care about each other there, right? And now I look back a year later and I'm like, wow, this is awesome. Yes, we've had some bumps in the road. Now I'm just totally on YouTube for my Tarot Tuesday. And, I would be only on YouTube on WLFE-DB radio, but Teddy convinced me to go live on WLFE-DB radio Facebook page tonight. So this is a test because I really was swearing off all Facebook stuff from doing any lives because, I had so many trolls that it just made it unbearable. So if there's anything like that, then it is not going to happen again. So he's been forewarned. I'm okay with just being on YouTube, and I didn't really want to go back, but he asked me, and I'm trying to, I'm trying. So we'll see how that goes, right? Anyway, so you can find me on Facebook on WLFE-DB tonight. But other than that, and actually, Kristen just found me there. She's the first one from YouTube. Robert says, hate sitting on laurels. They get flat and droopy. Yes, that's true. Kristen, good evening. I hope you're feeling better, honey. Yeah, so, yeah. This is, I hope this is a fun one because I want you guys to think and stuff as well. So as I, made myself, and well, actually Spirit really was making me, they were forcing me to get more serious with doing this, right? And it's, for me, it's about listening to Spirit and trusting, and also like going and doing what it is that I want. What am I passionate about and having fun with? So for me, this isn't necessarily about the numbers and stuff like that. It's more about what's fun, right? Or what do we need to talk about? And I just thought that, me actually putting time and effort into something was a huge deal for me. And it's only because I had that dream or that aspiration or that goal or spirit looming over me, threatening me. No, they weren't threatening me. I'm just kidding. It makes for more fun, right? If I say that. Spirit's like, not so much. But I'm literally playing with my hearts deck because I have my decks out still. I have all the decks out still. Oh, God, that's hysterical. Look at what it says. I didn't even see that until just now. I just thought it was funny. A message for you. I mean, it wasn't about that. I'm thinking of you at this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. But, I mean, I was super hesitant about doing anything because I didn't know if I would be able to talk on a tarot show. I didn't know if I was good enough doing tarot amongst all these amazing people doing tarot, because I didn't focus on tarot. It wasn't my focus. It was never my focus. Just doing past life, or just doing my psychic mediumship and past life regressions. That was fine. Like, at my shop, at my office, I didn't do tarot readings. And, when we kind of got forced to go home and go inside, Spirit was really going, okay, come on, let's up your game a little bit. And I'm like, super scared. So I had asked the question. I want to make sure that I see this right, because, I want to make sure we do all the questions that I had wanted to do. Oop. Okay. I have a video up already that I'd been watching. It was a super one about QuickBooks. I mean, it's fun, right? I could just all of a sudden see everybody like just start staring blankly. Yeah. So, all right. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, The Psychic Cindy on YouTube, please smash the subscribe button and hit the bell icon. You'll know when I go live for either my Tarot Tuesday or my Just Cindy podcast, or when I upload new videos. Also, go to WLFE-DB and do the same thing there. All right, let's see. I want to see what this says. Okay. I can't talk, though, because that'll freak me out. All right, so I said, do you have a dream? What's standing in your way? Are you passionate about it? Are others chirping in your ear? Let's talk about dreams. Let's go. So, this is the thing. Sorry, still watering. Oh my gosh, I have to wipe these off because all the tears got on my glasses. Yeah, so what is your dream? And I would love for you guys to put it in the comments. Do you have a dream? What's your dream? And this is the thing, is Teddy really pushed me. Even before we had, the COVID stuff, he was really telling me, Cindy, you need to do your own podcast, because he was doing Talk with Teddy, and he was doing it for the hour that he drove home from the studio. He would do Talk with Teddy. And he knew, I mean, I had been talking about doing my own podcast for, oh my gosh, probably 2 years, almost 2 full years. And I let him know, I'm like, hey, just so you know, when the time comes, I'm going to be doing my own podcast too. So besides Paratalk Radio, I want to do something separate. And he always knew that. So But then he really, after he started doing Talk with Teddy, he was like, Cindy, you've got to do your own podcast. You've got to do this. You've got to do this. You've got to do this. And I really had Teddy pushing me. And I, hemmed and hawed for a long time. And you can ask him, I could bring him on here and he'd be like, oh, that girl. Because I kind of like fought it for a long time. And then when we came in to COVID, I think I started, I wish I could see. Can I see when my first one was? Probably. I don't know if I'd be able to see it from here. All right, let's see if it'll go back far enough on my phone. Probably will. Maybe. This is number 32, episode number 32. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. I just looked at it and it says episode 132 views. What? That's so weird. Okay, so yeah, 10 months ago. It hasn't even been a full year for my do not play. Okay. It hasn't even been a full year ago that I started my podcast. So we're in June. August? Is that right? I fought him for a long time. I wasn't kidding you, friends. I just didn't want to do it. See, it started playing again. That was tonight's because I want to go back to the thing, to my questions. Okay. Yeah, so I haven't even been here a year doing my podcast, but I had Teddy like really on me, like supporting me, telling me I could do this, do it. And we had gotten the network up and going, the WLFE-DB radio network. And we had our shows like Paratalk Radio. We had our show on the network before COVID happened. And so they were really wanting to branch out and really get new shows and do stuff. And, because I'm with Paratalk Radio, they're like, you got to do this. Like, let's go, girl. And so I finally did it. And I'm happy, even though I don't always have a topic and spirit is the guiding force a lot of times. I've tried to schedule and plan the topics. It doesn't always work out because spirit says, no, this is what we're going to talk about tonight. So I just follow my bliss, I guess. I just can be myself with you guys. I don't have to put on airs. But I don't do that anyway. So, but if I didn't have this dream of doing this, whether I'm not like super famous or anything like that. I'm not famous at all. Like, what is fame? Who cares? It's just that we get to share our thoughts and ideas with other people. And if they're interested, they'll tune in and listen, right? And maybe there's somebody that needs to hear what is being spoken about, right? I think that's really what it's about, is just being able to share and put that out there, right? Even if it's just my own thoughts, whatever. But because I allow spirit to be in the driver's seat, shall we say, I allow a lot of times of what comes through. And so I am grateful. What was standing in my way? Fear. Fear was standing in my way. I never did my own radio show, podcast, vodcast thing. And yes, I'd been doing Paratalk Radio for a while, but I never did any of the back end stuff. Teddy did all of that. He did everything for me, for us, for the radio station. He did it all. I didn't have to do anything. And, I started going, okay, what made it hard is that if Teddy was late or if Teddy couldn't make it, I couldn't run the show by myself. And listen, there is a difference, by the way, from how I do it and how it was being done back then. We didn't have StreamYard back then, and it was a little tougher because we did OBX, I think is what it's called. I think that's what it's called. He tried showing me, and it was like technical. So my fears were standing in my way, but it was a lot of having to do with technology and trying to use these scary systems. I think when it was actually Doc Mystical who told me about StreamYard, and I then told Teddy about StreamYard. And so we looked into StreamYard, and Teddy went first and then I followed. Or maybe I went first and then Teddy followed. I don't remember now. But this is super easy for me to use and understand and follow. And yes, there are some things that I had to have Teddy teach me, but I've also taught Teddy some things that he didn't know, and that's super exciting to me that I got to teach him something. But that was huge standing in my way, like fear of failure, fear of success, fear of the technology aspect of it. I just, it was scary. And planning and making a podcast, like, yeah. So what are the other things? What are you passionate about? So I'm passionate about spiritual stuff, right? And I think you guys understand that and know that right now. I'm passionate about spiritual stuff. So if I were to tell you exactly, like if I were to narrow it down from spirituality stuff down to super small things, it would be past life regressions. I am super passionate about past life regressions because it's a therapy that I can use to help other people get through stuff, whether it's a turbulent relationship, whether it's a fear of water or phobias, right? Things like that, or dreams that they keep having, or anxiety. So a lot of these things can be revealed through path regression, or, you know, this life regression. For me, that was the issue. So, yeah, you can do a lot of things within. I'm super passionate about that. I want to try to integrate past life regression work with being on my my podcast too. So I'm trying to work that out and see how I can do that, especially if I'm here and my person is there, my client, right? There meaning any place in the world. So there are things that hinder that, because they'd have to have a camera, they'd have to have a mic or whatever, because I'd have to be able to view them while they're hypnotized. So there's a lot of things that have to be discussed, right? And like gone over before I can just start doing those. But I would love to incorporate that at some point because I am super passionate about past life regression work. But I'm also passionate about channeling and being able to get the messages through. And I feel that with my podcast, I get to do that. So Spirit still has a say and they can kind of lead it how it needs to be led. Does that make sense? Are others chirping in your ear? So, you know, I shouldn't say always, because you're not supposed to use always, forever, etc. But I tend to believe that when there's anything new that you're thinking about doing, that there are others around you that kind of want to give you their opinion on your stuff. And the thing is this is your dream. This is your that you want to do. And are you going to allow other people to hinder you or stop you from doing what you want to do? You know, I had people that asked me, like, are you sure you're ready for this? Is this something that you think you can do? Because, you know, you're going to have to talk for that hour or two or whatever, you know. Or do you think you can do tarot? You know, I had people, and because it was new and different, and because I might have times of the week that were set aside that I can't do anything, right? Because I already have plans. I already have plans on Monday night, on Tuesday night, Thursday night, and also Sunday afternoons, because I do a D&D game with some friends, and it's a lot of fun, in case you want to nerd out and watch us nerd out. So 4 days a week, I'm doing something with podcasts, right? Or vodcasts, right? So these people would be like, okay, you need to make sure that you're committed, because I may tend to be one of those people that are commitment phobic. And I think that was part of the fear as well. Like, oh my God, I'll have to commit to this. Like, I'll have to do it every week. Like, oh my God, that's heavy. Like, holy cow. So one of the things is I have a new show that's supposed to be coming out. And I have a new show that's coming out. So listen, I'm telling you about it. So I'm kind of doing this purposefully, so it like holds me accountable. So I actually do it. There's two things holding me back with that one. Is the time of the day that it is. I kind of like to go to bed late, then wake up and put my sons on the bus, and then go back to sleep whenever I want, even if it's like 2-3 hours after I put them on the bus. And then I have a couple hours to sleep. So I'm okay with sleeping in, but I wouldn't be able to sleep in. And so then I'd have to rearrange my whole sleeping schedule. I'm a night owl. Like, it comes naturally to me, and it always has. I mean, I can remember being a little kid and staying up, like going to my bedroom when I was told to go to my bedroom, and then mom and dad would go to sleep, and I'd come back out, especially on Friday nights, because there was some really fun, it was Tales from the Dark Side, I think, that was on Friday nights. And it was like at 11:30 at night. It was like a half an hour show. So I can remember like sneaking out and staying up late. And I was like 11 years old. So I can remember having this night thing all the time. So I have to change my schedule a little bit. And so I've heard things about that. Like, are you going to be able to do that? Like, you don't like to get up in the morning. And one would think that I sleep so much, by the way they act, but it's because like today, I'll give you an example. I went to bed at 4:13. How do you know that, Cindy? Because I look at the clock, I see what it says, and then I fall asleep. I'm one of those people that as soon as I put my head on the pillow, I'm fortunate, and I'm grateful that I'm fortunate like that, right? So 4:13, knowing that I had to be up in less than 2 hours. So I had less than 2 hours of sleep. And I wake Jed up to go take his shower, and then I go back to sleep for like 20 minutes or 25 minutes. So if you want to count it, I did really have 2 hours, but it was interrupted, right? So it's not like a full 2 hours. It's interrupted. And then I get up. So it's 6 o'clock in the morning, and I get up, and so 6:25, I get Jansen up, and they're on the bus by 6:36 in the morning. So literally I could go right back to sleep. But sometimes my brain doesn't let me do that. And sometimes ADD, thank you, squirrels, shiny objects, it's called a cell phone that I can play with. And it's called Harry Potter Wizards Unite. And I love it. And so I just say, oh, I wonder if there's any spell energy that I need. So I look it up and I play with it. And I'm like, oh, I have a potion that needs to be brewed. You guys are like, what the hell is she talking about? I get to play Harry Potter video game on my phone, and I love it. So that's what I usually do in the morning. Or I happen to go, oh, I need to look up a QuickBooks tutorial. Hence the QuickBooks tutorial. Because I started watching it this morning instead of going back to sleep. So I fell back to sleep finally at like 8:30 this morning. I had a reading that I needed to do at noon. So I knew that I could do it, like have some time. So I think it was like 8:30, 9 o'clock. I think it was closer to 9 o'clock that I finally went to sleep. And I'm like, okay, well, I have 2 hours. I set my alarm. So I'd have 2 hours of sleep, and then I could get up and take my shower. However, I only got an hour of sleep because I was woken up from the school. And then I went and had the landlord's people fixing my porch because my porch needed to be fixed. So they were here. I couldn't sleep. So I finally got out of bed and took my shower at 10:38, I think it was. Is it weird that I can remember numbers so clearly? But whatever. That's another subject. And so I've been up. I stayed up. I couldn't go back to sleep. I did my reading, and I made dinner at lunchtime. I know that probably sounds weird too. But I also, so I prepared ahead. Can you believe that? What? I prepared ahead. So if I want, I made like 12 burgers so that I can just grab a burger and I'll have something prepared if I want it, like tomorrow. Anyway, I was very proud of myself. And it was then like 3:30, and all of a sudden I got super tired. It finally was catching up with me. So I'm like, you know what? I have an hour and a half. I'm going to take a nap. And I did. And I had another reading at 5:30. So I actually extended it to 5:15, my nap. And then I got up, brushed my teeth, and did the things that I needed to do and did my reading. So would my schedule have to change? Yes. And I'm kind of fighting that within myself right now. So that is something I'm standing in my own way with that new show, right? But the other thing is I take my mom out shopping. I try to do it at least one time a week because I hate going out. So one time a week, we'll go out shopping, which is usually Wednesdays. So now I'll have to do my show in the morning when I want to, and then go out from there. So I'm standing in my own way, and I know it, but whatever. I'll figure it out, and you'll see a show from me soon. And it's supposed to be daily, 5 days a week. Am I crazy? Please don't answer that. Don't answer it. That was, what is it? Non-rhetorical or rhetorical? Non-rhetorical? Don't respond. I think it's non-rhetorical. That's a non-rhetorical statement right there. Yes. Yeah. But I did have people like chirp in my ear, like, is this something that you think you can do? So then you start to question yourself too, like, oh my God, can I do this? And then you have to go, okay, well, I'm my own advocate. So if this is my dream, if this is something I want to do, then yes, I do. and I have to not listen to those people, right? So I implore you to maybe not listen to those people, because the thing is some of them may be colleagues, some of them may be family, and you never know what their intentions are regarding your shit, right? And my mom certainly would be, well, can she take me out shopping? I mean, let's be realistic here, because those would be my mom's, thoughts. Like, well, will she be able to go shopping with me? Am I going to be able to go out? Right. So those are just some of the things. I had people like Teddy pushing me and, persuading me, and Dom, to be honest, Dominic Santasaro, and Tom Nally, my buddies over at BB3 TV. They have their own network, and he's been pushing me to do that other show. So I do have people that push me, because sometimes I need it, because I get in my own way, as I believe most of us as humans do. But it's good to have the good people behind you, pushing you, right? And pushing you for no matter what their reasons are to push you, whether it's just out of the kindness of their heart or because they have a network that they want to see flourish, right? So they may have their own thoughts. And I'm not saying that's Dom or Tom or even Teddy, right? I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that it is possible, because they may have their own intentions and their own goals and their own things, right? But it still is a positive thing for me, for them to push me. Does that make sense? So we're clear. So yeah. Let's see, what else? Yeah, I did the last one too, right? Anybody chirping in your ear. So I think it's really important for us to know and to stay grounded in our own stuff, right? If it's our goal, we're manifesting our goal, and we're going to be on a path of allowing that to happen and bring it to fruition, right? If you're passionate about it, if you love it, if you believe in it, right? Whatever this is, it's all about bringing it to reality, right? So I want to see what you guys are saying in here, because it's been a while. I've been talking a lot. You know how I know? Because I'm thirsty. Spirit just like brings it through, and I would keep going, but I'm thirsty and I need to drink. And I feel like that was really loud. And I also want to know what you guys are thinking. And I want to know what your guys' goals are and your dreams. So hopefully you put this in here. Kristen says she's doing better. Good. I'm so happy, honey. Facebook video keeps freezing up for me when watching. I have to open two, one for sound, the other for video. Well, that's dumb AF, right? Kristen says you are best, Cindy. Aw, you're so sweet. Hi, Lacrosse. Thank you so much for coming and visiting me. I appreciate it. The power of QuickBooks is just fabulous. Don't forget Microsoft Project either. Wait, what is Microsoft Project? I'm writing that down. I need to know what Microsoft Project is. I'm writing it down right now. So I have this. So we're talking about things that I'm afraid of. So I'm writing it down. Sorry, guys. So QuickBooks I've had since October of last year. And this is almost a $500, like, expensive program, right? For my computer to help me stay organized with my business, because we all know every year Cindy struggles and she's fighting with her taxes for like a month long. And she's like haggard and whatever. So my thought last year was, oh, this year for 2021, it's going to be super easy because I'm going to do my QuickBooks. So my girlfriend, one of my best friends, Melanie, she uses it all the time. She has for a number of years for her and her husband's business. And she was teaching it to me. I was like, ooh, this is good. I can do this. Super awesome, easy. Until I get it home and I try to get into it and I couldn't get into it. And it locked me out of my password and I didn't have the time. I kept putting it off. And because of now it's like the end of October, beginning of November, when I had been doing it by myself, because it was like mid-October when I bought it. So I'm trying to do it and I'm like, I don't have time for this. This is a crazy time for me. I can't do this. So now let's fast forward to like February when I finally call the company because I have tried endlessly. I have my password. I know what my password's supposed to be, and it's not letting me get in there. For some reason, I've created 2 businesses on it. I can't get into any of them, and I'm mad because it's trying to make me do a whole new thing every single time I'm trying to get on there. So needless to say, I didn't get my business stuff done in there this year. And it's because I finally figured they finally helped me after I was on the phone with them for an hour, almost to an hour and a half of being on the phone with customer service, which was difficult to try and even get somebody to answer a damn phone. You have to call sales and tell them you want to purchase something, and then they'll put you through to somebody. Otherwise, you just have to use a form, and then they'll get back to you. Well, my ADD, I can't type and think and put all of this stuff, so it's easier for me to talk, right? Yeah, and so I was literally in tears. I was in tears several times, and I hated the program, and so now I'm done with taxes, and I am embracing learning this QuickBooks. I'm doing it. I'm going to do it. So, yeah. So I need to look and see what this Microsoft project thing is. That's fantastic. So I've heard of people using like there's an app with an elephant on it. I know the name of it. What is it? Evernote. So I used to have Evernote in my phone, but it took up a lot of space and it just was always laggy and stuff. And I've had people that said, oh my God, this is amazing. You got to get it. So I go to install it in my phone again. And there are nothing but bad reviews on how Evernote has updated and changed everything. And it's terrible. So I'm like, I'm not buying that one. Not getting that one right now. Kristen says, I'm going to write a book about my paranormal experiences. I've been writing, but I stopped all of a sudden. Well, why did you stop? Like, is there something that's getting in your way? Are you getting in your own way? I love that idea. I can't wait. And then we can have you on our show on Paratalk Radio, Kristen. Lacrosse says, he is amazing. Wait, which one is amazing? Chanel says, I just had my 1 year last year for my online show. That's amazing. So my tarot show I've had for longer than my podcast. So I have been doing my tarot show longer than a year. I'm pretty positive about that. Fame, learn to pronounce the state of being known or talked about by many people, especially on account of notable achievements. Winning the Olympic title has brought her fame and fortune. That's so funny because we have a girl here from my town, and she's pretty famous in soccer. Her name is Abby Wambach. If you don't know who Abby Wambach is, please go Google her. She's freaking amazing. That's fame and fortune. Well, the fortune part should be there, but she's a female athlete. So the fortune part isn't there, unlike her male counterparts who always get the fortune part. Whatever, that's another subject, another day. Yeah, I'm not looking for fame and fortune though, right? I'm just looking to have spirit get their thoughts and messages out, right? Or my thoughts and messages too, right? Ray says, for me, it was people's opinions that were very hostile that stopped me from being happy online. This is the thing is you have to only make yourself happy and don't allow them to take your power from you. You just give them a big bird. Fuck you, right? It's just, that's what you say. I'm going to be happy despite you not wanting me to be happy. So I don't rest my happiness on what other people say, I guess, right? I'm the only one that can make me happy. And if this is what makes me happy, yeah, then I'm going to do it. Yeah, I guess. So just do things to make you happy, right? And it's hard to not listen to those chirping in your ear, right? So I understand that completely, Ray. I quit broadcasting things I liked. Well, no, Facebook is your page. Just so everybody's aware, it's your page. We have a freedom of speech in this country, and some people may try to make you believe that that's not true, but it is. So you can say what you want. It's your page, and if they don't want to listen or partake, they can unfollow, unlike, whatever. They don't have to watch you. That's my philosophy. Like, if you don't fucking like what I have to say, there are other channels. Don't watch mine. I'm just saying, unbelievable as it may seem, but your life doesn't revolve around what I'm saying. And if it does, there may be a need to look at that and why. I'm just saying, right? I mean, I want you guys to be here and share with me, but for people that are the critics is what I'm saying, right? Yeah. Hi, Micah. She says, hey, Cindy. Hearts and smiley faces. Thank you, Micah. Micah says, hi, Kelly. Robert says, hi, Micah. Micah says, hi, Robert. Robert says, how are you? Or Micah says, how are you? Wow, I read that wrong. Robert says, doing well. How about yourself? Micah said, could be better, but I hope I will soon. That's right. Remember positivity. Robert White says, tarot is not new and different. It's been going for centuries. True, but it was new and different for me because I don't use it. Or didn't, I should say. I do now all the time. Micah says, are you going to Clubhouse Cindy? Would be so cool to talk to you. What does that mean? Clubhouse Cindy. What does that mean? I don't know what that is. Is Clubhouse like an app or something? I don't know what that is. Michael, you tell me what that is. Hi, Lynn Williams. How are you? She says, how are you? I'm well, thank you so much. Robert says, you will just have to increase the strength of your witch's brew of morning. True. I don't even have it over here. I have my witch's brew mug. Remember that? My cauldron mug. Micah says, hi, Lynn. Micah says, LOL, Robert. Robert says, meanwhile, her Pokemon are all sitting there bored. I know! My poor Pokemon. I've been playing Harry Potter so much, I haven't been playing Pokemon Go. I'm terrible. I haven't even gotten new shinies. Oh my gosh. Listen, there are people going, what the hell is she talking about tonight? I'm just a nerd. Can we just say it that way? I'm just a nerd. I'm nerdalicious, right? Micah says, LOL, smiley face. Micah says, Lord, Cindy, you are so busy. Yes, 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 yes. Robert says, was about to answer. Answer, wait, what? Micah says, what was the question? I didn't see it, but never mind. Chanel says, it's so you feel like someone has got your back. That push keeps you going forward. You're absolutely right. And it's nice to have Teddy.
Buddy.
Hi, Jan. You're back. It's nice to have Teddy and Dom and Tom to push me a bit, right? Yeah, because they know I need it. Hey, Charisma, how are you, honey? Hope everybody is having a wonderful night and staying warm or staying cooled off. Yes, I'm nice and cool right now. My skin is actually cool. It's not been too hot here, though. It's like, I think it was 72 degrees today. Micah says, hi, Charisma, and thank you. Hope you are doing fine.
Over there?
Oh, because do you want to move it back for me, Jansen? Where did you just go?
Why?
Oh, because I had somebody here working on the porch. That's what, and they thought they might need me to move. Charisma says, hi, Aunt Micah. Eric, hi, honey. How are you? Hey, Cindy. How you doing tonight? I'm doing well, honey. I hope you are doing well as well. Charisma says, Aunt Micah, I am doing good. Hope you are doing good as well. Micah says, could be better, but soon I hope I will. Thank you. Micah says, wow, Ray, I hear you. She also says, I am so sorry to hear that, Ray, you stopped. Yeah. I don't want you to stop. Robert says, no fame or fortune being sought after here either. Instruction about making pretty things is all I am after. Yes, I can't wait for your Rocked by Rob. Robert's going to get his own show here on WLFE. We're waiting. I can't wait. I can't wait. Robert says, the tech things is what's keeping me back as well. I can and have done Facebook Lives without a problem, but having to work ads into a show and time of show length can be a problem with me. Speaking of which, I have to run the ad in about 4 minutes. Thank you for the reminder, Robert. The commercial. Ray says, troll, the opinion trolls. Yes, just keep playing the crap that pee them off. That's right. I just kind of have fun with that, I guess. Yes, it's an app and so popular. Clubhouse Cindy. I'll write it down. I'll look into it, okay? It reminds me of Mickey Mouse Club and the Clubhouse. I don't know. So I'll look into it. I wrote it down. Eric says, well, have a good night, everyone. Got to head back to the void. Oh, honey, take care and hope you have a great night. Chanel says, I have so much pain in my shoulder that I hired a maid yesterday. I'm so proud of you. Best part, she has 3 girls for Jackson to play with, and 1 is special like Jackson. Oh, honey, I love that. And it was nice that she was able to bring her children. Robert says, been working on the boulder opal from a jar I have for a few days. I want those opals. You know I want them opals. Yes. So I have to say, Chanel, I want to be able to have somebody, a house cleaner or something. Then I don't have to. I can enjoy my life. My dishes get piled up. My vacuuming gets behind. But I am busy. It's not like I'm just sitting eating bonbons on the couch, not doing anything, for God's sakes. But that sounds so lovely. Maybe I'll take a night to do that. Oh, wait. My night to do it would have been yesterday. Never mind. I can't do it for a whole nother week. And then I'll forget about it by then. Oh, wait. Robert says first, been working on the boulder opal from a jar for a few days. Yes, I did see that. Okay, and then it says, got the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse song when that was mentioned too. Yes. Which one? The original MICKEYMOUSE, Mickey Mouse. Donald Duck, Mickey Mouse. Forever hold your banner. Har, har, har. And then when they left, MIC, see you real soon. KEYY, because we like you. MOUSC. You're welcome for putting that in your head. But the 90s had a Mickey Mouse Clubhouse as well, which my daughter watched and stuff. And that's when Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, Justin Timberlake, and there's a couple more that famous kids were on, and became actors or singers or both. Yeah. Robert says, don't tell her, but I am working on one for Cindy. Oh my gosh, I just get so excited. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have screamed because it probably was super loud for you guys. I'm sorry. That was a scary face. I'm sorry. It's just super exciting for me. Oh my gosh. Micah says, okay, Robert, I won't. LOL. CINDEY podcast family. That's cute. Hi, David. How are you, honey? This is another one of our friends who has a show here on WLFEDB. Yes. Paranormal Inc., right? Is that what you guys call your show? Oh, no, it's Step Into the Paranormal, though, right? I think so, right? Oh, gosh. Listen, I can't think today. It's first of all, Mercury retrograde. I can't speak the words I need to say, and then I'm saying them wrong if I am. Full Metal Jacket version. LOL. Hugs and love to you too, honey. Yeah, see, Step Into the Paranormal. What did I say? I did say that, right? Step Into the Paranormal? Yeah. Micah says, LOL, right? I don't think I've ever seen Full Metal Jacket, so I don't know. I don't know the reference. Does anybody what's the reference? I don't get it. I'm sorry. Pop culture that I don't know, right? Whatever. I think it's a war movie, though, right? That's usually why. It's an anime. Oh, Full Metal Jacket is an anime?
Yeah, fairly sure. Well, there is an anime Full Metal Jacket. I know that for sure, but I don't know if that's what they're talking about.
Okay, so David says, oh my God, FMJ, Full Metal Jacket, is amazing movie. I guess I have to go watch it.
I guess I'm wrong.
It's a movie, Jan. Yeah. Is it a war movie, though, you guys?
Well, one would assume.
Is it a... Jansen says, one would assume. At the end of the movie, the guys sing it. Oh. Sing the song Cindy? Oh, that's funny. Oh, at the end of the movie, the guys sing that song that I was just singing, Mickey Mouse Club. You know what I meant. Yes, it's a war movie. I was thinking music, Full Metal. I like metal. Chanel says the Mickey Mouse song, and it's a Vietnam movie, very dark. I see. Yeah, I think there was a Vietnam War movie, and like I feel like I was traumatized. I watched it in college, and in our class, I don't even remember. I feel like it was philosophy, but that would be weird. To watch the movie. Maybe it was one of my psych classes. I don't think it was one of my theater classes at that time. I know it was when I was at FLCC, Finger Lakes Community College, because that's where I was a thespian. I can't think of the name of the movie, but there was a rape scene. There were terrible things that went on in that movie. And I think you know who was in it? I think Michael J. Fox was in it. Is that possible? Was Michael J. Fox in a war movie? A Vietnam War movie? For some reason, I feel like he was in it. Maybe I'm wrong, but for some reason, I feel that way. Ray said at the end of the movie, they are U.S. Marines singing Mickey Mouse in Vietnam. Aww. That's sad. All right, now I have to look it up. Michael J. Fox. It said fix. Michael J. Fix. Okay, thank you for fixing that. Movies. Let's try that one. No. Oh, Casualties of War? He was in one. Maybe that's the one that I saw. But it doesn't seem like that was the name of it. I think that is the one, though. All right, let's see. Oh, yeah, because Sean Penn was in it. I do think I saw this one, yes. Yes, this is the one. Casualties of War. It kind of made me not want to watch any war movie again. It was scary. Micah says, Ray, I am Dutch. I don't know that movie. Sorry. Ray says, my mind drifted back to a blank dream or a plus dream. Chanel says, I used to read to the blind at the VA hospital, and that movie used to get all the patient upset. You are thinking of Born on the 4th of July for your movie? No, but that's another one. That's Tom Cruise, I think. Born on the 4th of July, right? Chanel says it was Tom Cruise, not Michael J. Fox. No, it was Casualties of War, and it was in 1984, I think. Oh, 89. Sorry, 89. Because I went to college. I already had Jesse. 89, I graduated. Jesse I had in 91. So I already had Jessica when I started college. So that had to be 92. So it was like 93 when we watched this movie in class. It was horrendous. Micah says, translation, please, Ray. Ray says, Marines in the background singing Mickey Mouse. Yeah. Ray Landry, Michael J. Fox movie was called Casualties of War. Right, see? Raven Galactic. Whoosh. Told you I was going to do that. LOL, I like to visit new and interesting people. I hope I'm one of those new and interesting people. Robert White says 1989. Yes, indeed. Raven says nothing quite like Now. Is it Apocalypse Now? I don't know if I saw that one. You guys, I'm scared to watch these movies. Because I understand these things really did happen in war, but you don't talk about them. Right? I mean, things happen and you guys see stuff. Like Raven, I'm sure you've seen stuff that you don't want to talk about, right? Raven is thank you for your service, my friend, by the way. He is military, retired military. David Seiler says Michael J. Fox was in Casualties of War along with Sean Penn. Yeah, it was a scary movie. Chanel says, but Casualties of War, I don't remember a rape in it. I do remember it in Born on the 4th of July. Yeah, they literally, I don't even want to talk about it. You guys can watch it. I had my ex-boyfriend at the time. he's like, oh yeah, there's this big rape scene. And I did not want to watch the movie in school, in class, because that was coming. Like, I had to keep myself together. I feel like it had to have been philosophy class because Chris was in the class with me. It was probably like morals and ethics at that time that we were discussing. But Micah says, don't read so fast. We can't keep up. Ray says, Private Joker was talking about drifting back to a dream. I see. And Ray says, as the Marines were singing MICKEY, anything continuing on there, he says, I'm in a world of crap, but I'm alive. Interesting. Ray says, you can find the clip right on YouTube. Type in Full Metal Mickey Mouse, and you'll see it in the background is black. Interesting. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know if I want to do it yet. Ray says, Apocalypse Now. That would have been with the guy with the weird hat. He said, I love the smell of napalm in the morning. Yes, I do remember that. I do remember also there was another Vietnam movie I watched. Good Morning, Vietnam! Come on, we all know who did that. I love and miss Robin Williams. Ever since Mork from Ork, no. Okay. Ray says, well, it took 20 years and I finally got a letter saying I was certified, graduated from United States Army, but I cannot have the surgery on my leg because they're a-holes. David Seiler, you want a good movie? Watch Ghosts of War. Okay, I'm going to write it down. Is it scary?
Excruciatingly so.
Jansen. Chanel says, my hero, Robin Williams, my first crush. Oh my God. I thought he looked so cute in those rainbow suspenders. Oh my gosh. Also, Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks was a cross-dresser with his buddy there on Bosom Buddy. Come on, all these great shows of the 80s. Come on. All these great actors, right? David Seiler, yes. Okay. All right. I put it on my list, David. I'm trusting you. I don't want it to be scary. Okay. Dreams. Okay. Chanel has given me her dream. Robert, his. Okay. Who else? Who else needs to be putting their dreams up here for me? Mork and Mindy loved it. Micah says, yes. Oh, you guys got it in Netherlands? That's amazing. Chanel says, I have those spinders. Wait, what does that mean? What does that mean, spinders? Robert says, one thing not to do, travel with Tom Hanks. Like traveling with him, how? From a movie when he's like 12 and then he suddenly becomes an adult when he wakes up, or traveling because you might be cross-dressing. Robert White, suspenders. Micah says, real dreams or chasing your dreams? Well, this is all about dreaming a little dream. So what are your dreams that you have for yourself? What are your dreams that you have for yourself? And what's holding you back? Those are the questions I think you had been asking. Okay, so the questions were, oh, that's not, oh, there it is. Do you have a dream? What's standing in your way? Are you passionate about it? Are others chirping in your ear? Let's talk about dreams. So Jansen, you can hear Jansen in the background. He's streaming right now too, I think. Oh, Mork Spinders. LOL. I always say it that way. Ah, that's so cute. His spinders. David says, my dream is I am being chased through a forest and fall into a giant pit. As I am falling, I wake up. I don't mean that kind of dream. I mean, like, what your aspirations. But that's a good dream. I wonder what that giant pit is. Is it a giant footprint, maybe? Yes, whenever I fall, I wake up too. Micah says, okay. Ray says, my rank in the United States Army, private second class, PFC 2. Very good. Thank you for your service, Ray. Robert says, every time he goes anywhere, he ends up shipwrecked or alone or crashing planes. So true. I wasn't a fan of Wilson. There it is right there. Wilson! Oh my gosh, I couldn't handle that. Like, it drove me insane. Like, literally insane. Like, I could not handle myself. I couldn't watch it. I hated it. It was like terrible movie. And that was, it was like it's like a perfect psychology movie though, right? So I had to decide between that movie or 50 First Dates to write a paper on. I chose 50 First Dates because I love Drew Barrymore and she's so adorable. David Seiler, and my dream in life already came true on October 17th. Hashtag divorced. So did you have others chirping in your ear, David, about how you should live your life? And hashtag divorced. Never mind. Yes, I get it now. Yes, you did have somebody doing that. Micah says, I have too many, LOL. Well, what are you passionate about, though? David says, U.S. Navy here, OS3, Seiler, USS Dwight D. Eisenhower, 84 to 88. Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Seiler. Yes, yes, and yes. Yes, I'm very happy that your dream came true, David. Wait, David, I can't wait to see you. We're going to see each other in a couple months. June, July, August. Yeah, 2 months away. Listen, Raven, maybe you should come to Gettysburg. Maybe you should make your way over to Gettysburg in August. Because then we could all meet at the Gettysburg Bash. Gettysburg Bash is a paranormal fun event. Gettysburg Battlefield Bash. Can't wait. I know it. I'm so happy. I gotta book my thing like tomorrow. Teddy reminded me tonight, and I'm like, damn it. Did not book my room. But they should hold because for that, they should have my, yes, Cindy, can you speak? My previous hotel stays during that event, so I should be able to get my room that I usually like getting. So, yeah. Yes, August 20th to 22nd. I will be there on the 19th. David says, I was actually thinking about doing the same thing, David. Yep. Thinking. So I could go and have fun and, whatever. David says, you have to link to the saving code for the room. Yes. Right. Oh, wait. They usually have it in there for me. So I'll have to find it. Micah says, photographing, so photography, writing poems, opening a live stream, talk room, saving cats and dogs that are in trouble. Oh my gosh, those are good ones. You need to be doing some of them, lady. Robert says, book your thing or they may put you in the weird lamp room. No, it has that lamp. Oh my gosh, that lamp. Come on. It was hysterical, though. Anal beads. I'm telling you, it looked like anal beads. David says, I will PM you. Awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Okay, let me do this commercial because Teddy's going to freak out. Okay, hang on. I'm going to do the... commercial really quick. Jansen, be quiet, you crazy kook. He's messing with Teddy in the background. Okay, hang on.
2021 just got better. Your favorite shows from WLFE DB Radio can now be found on Facebook Live and YouTube Live. Yes, we now video stream to both of those platforms. Search for your favorite shows like Where's My Sage, Inside the Drag Closet, Across the Pond, Everything Yet Nothing, Paratalk Radio, Step into the Paranormal, The Creepy Parlor, Just Cindy, and more. Now you won't miss an episode. Remember, follow Facebook Live and YouTube Live. Make sure you subscribe and follow your favorite WLFE DB radio shows. This award-winning thriller has it all. Murder, political intrigue, mob revenge, and a bit of romance. Not to mention strong female and male characters with a storyline that could be tomorrow's headline news. Now for a quick peek into our story. To help solving a nationwide plot involving the assassination of several U.S. senators, the O'Rourke team is called in. To complicate matters, they now have to work against the clock to rescue one of their own. You see, the mob didn't take too kindly to the O'Rourke team's involvement last spring. It seems to have led to the indictment of their boss. Will they succeed? You're listening to WLFE DB Radio. Now, back to our program.
I'm just sitting here like... Sent you link. Yay, thank you so much. I'll look for that, and that'll help me do my... because I'm going to have the boys with me, too.
What?
For Gettysburg. Right, you're coming, right?
Yeah.
Micah says, as a child, I wanted to be an archaeologist. Me too. I wanted... What, babe?
What else would I do?
I don't know. Nothing. Hi, Genevieve. She says, Cindy. Hi, how are you? Yeah, so I wanted to be an archaeologist, but I wanted to do like skeletal remains archaeology. So forensic archaeology, maybe? Yeah. Yeah. But I loved archaeology. Oh my gosh. Uncovering all those cool cities and stuff like that. Whew, that's amazing. I was going to go on a retreat, and I don't remember, like, it was actually a school, a class that I was going to do an archaeology project during the summer. And it was a cool class, and you got credit for it, and it was archaeology. It was cool as hell. But I can't remember why I couldn't take it. There was a reason. It may have been because there was something else I had to take during the summer. Oh, I did. Yes. I had to take statistics, and like an algebra class or something like that. Yeah, stats was, listen, I did 6 weeks of stats and I came out with a B+, okay? However, I cannot remember anything of stats class. This is the thing, is it was just short-term memory retention. And not only that, I didn't understand the stats class until I got to my psychology classes where I actually needed to use them. Whatever. Yeah. Oh, I went to school for anthropology. Yes, that's the word I was looking for. Thank you. Anthropology. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Lots of cool stuff. I did take a forensic anthropology class at my at MCC, Monroe Community College. And this is the thing, is it actually went towards my my bachelor's because I had a major in psychology and my minor was in forensics. I have 2 classes to get my bachelor's. One of these days, I'm going to get it. Micah says, me ancient cultures like the pharaohs. Yes. Yes. I love ancient Egypt. I do. David says, ew. I knew it was because of stats. Stats sucks. Oh God. It was terrible. But it's funny because I could only think about it in terms of mathematical things, even though they'd give like I guess it was things like in relationship to research and stuff, especially psychological research. We have to have stats, prerequisites. Anyway, I did not get it until I was in my psychology research methods. That's the class I have to take. I've taken it like 3 times. I can't get through it. It's because it's like a 25-page paper I have to write. I'm going to get through it. I'm going to write it. What if I write a book and use psychological concepts in it and break down some research that I've found? Do you think they'll give me my credit then? If it's my own stuff, maybe. They'll give me an honorary bachelor's. Oops, you froze. I did not freeze on my end. Like Ross and Friends. Love that too. Yeah, it's very interesting. Yes. Forensic anthropology is so freaking cool, but psych is very fun too. It really is. Like I had fun with both of those because I did so in my community college, they had like these high level courses, like forensic psychology. Dr. Doty, he was great. And they didn't have a forensic psychology class at Brockport. So it was actually a 4th year class that they gave it to me credit for. So that forensic psychology went to my major and it went to my minor. And back in those days, I was super crazy. Not only was I a psych major, I was also a social work major. And I think after I dropped the social work major because I basically had a nervous breakdown because they make you deconstruct your childhood and put the theories to your life. That was fun. That was super fun. Yeah. It wasn't fun. Like even thinking back about it, oh my God, it was bad. Anyway, and intense. It's super intense. I mean, if you can imagine that kind of work being intense, it was. But there was also a program that I wanted to do so bad in the social work program. One of our professors had a program that you did a semester over in Vietnam because he was ex-military and he served in Vietnam, and he actually did work for Vietnam and took his students over there, and it was amazing. It was amazing. It might have even been during the summer, so I can't remember which it was. What the hell was that? I don't know. That was weird. So it's weird because there's been a couple things that have happened in here the last couple days as I've been doing readings and my shows, like seeing these little things zoom across, like, but I'm here. So I'm like, wait, what the fuck was that? Oh, that was fun. Anyway, yeah, great program. It just was too rough on me. So instead I decided to pick up my minor, which was forensics, and I could use that forensic psychology and my forensic archaeology class from MCC because it was a 4th level class too. David says, Cindy, going to send you a PM link to an investigation we did 2 weeks ago. Skip to 1 minute, 35 seconds and watch for 5 minutes. You will be amazed at what we got on camera. I can't wait to see it. Yes, I can't wait to watch that link. Jansen, oh my gosh, my son, he's turned 18 and he's a naughty talker all the time now. Micah says, not LOL. Oh, 1 hour and 35 minutes. Got it. So go in an hour and 35 minutes. I see 1:35. I thought it was a minute and 35 seconds. It's 1 hour, 35 minutes and watch for 5 minutes. Okay. I'm pretty excited about that. David says, yes, correct. Okay, good. So, this is the thing is I want to get back to the dream stuff. Like, I want you to fight your fears, and even if it takes a while to do it, I want you to really like push yourself. If there's nobody pushing you, push yourself, right? Because we are our own best advocates and our own best support system and supporters, right? Because other people will try to, put their own spin on it, put their own things on it, whatever, and they may have their own agenda, right? So I don't want you guys to I don't want you guys to give up, right? I don't want you to give up on your dreams because of fear, right? So I just had something that popped into my head, which is forget everything and run. Fear, right? Because that's what we do. We forget it and then we run away from it. And like, ah! So instead of doing that, I would really love for you to, there's another acronym for fear, which means basically you're going to go toward it. I wish I could remember. I can't remember what it is now. Dang it. It would be good if I had that written down, right? I don't write things down. Spirit just tells me, burp. Yeah, but I think that this is the thing is you'll never know how successful you are until you start, right? Until you begin. You'll never know how much it makes you happy until you begin. You never know how passionate you can be until you begin. If you start out with something that you're passionate about, though, so much easier because, think about it this way. When you're passionate about something, you want to go to work. If you're not passionate about it, it is all about like, oh God, it's another day at that place and I just want to not be there, right? So instead, it's about really owning your stuff and giving yourself a kick in the pants is what it basically came down to for myself, right? Like, okay, just freaking do this. It doesn't matter if you because I wanted everything perfect because I'm OCD. And I say that jokingly, but I really am. You can ask Kelly. I don't know if Kelly's still here, but she will definitely agree that I am definitely OCD. So, it's very much like not about perfection though. It's just about doing it because you learn as you go. I cringe when I watch some of my old lives. Oh gosh. And it's not that I should have been perfect the first time, and that's not what it's about. It's just about like, oh my gosh, you pick yourself apart. So I would tell you not to watch your videos. I watch my own videos sometimes now because like if there's little things, little nuggets that I want to take out of it. But I don't know how to edit. So that's another thing. That's why I don't have little videos yet on my show because I need to learn how to edit. I will. I have a Udemy class that's going to teach me how to edit. A video boot camp. So that's another thing. Like, so in while you're waiting, and not scared and afraid, right? Not while you're in fear, but it's like research and learning more about what you want to do. You can always look up a class. And a lot of times these classes can be like I personally, I've used, well, there's several that I've used, I guess. Udemy, udemy.com, Udemy. And I use that one. I have a lot of classes in there. But you can get them on sale. So don't always pay that huge price because you might be able to get a nice deal. So I'm looking for a QuickBooks class now on Udemy. But there are other class option kind of things though. I know there's some that, oh my goodness, what is it? There's another one that I've bought classes from as well. I can't remember what it is though. I know I've bought classes from Hay House.
You're just a floating gun now. You're just one gun.
So this is Udemy. I just opened my app and it says QuickBooks Desktop Pro. I told you I was really trying to learn it. But you can always do stuff like that to bring you to where you want to be, right? I do have one, I think, is on OBX that I was going to. I think that's part of the video boot camp. They actually teach you how to use OBX and stuff. I'm pretty certain that's the name of the thing.
What?
And this is the other thing. If you know something, you can create a class that you teach. Like you video it yourself, you teach the class, and you can put a price on it and upload it and become a creator on Udemy or some of these other teaching websites, right? So something to think about, because people need to learn everything and they like to use, I like to use these apps, you know. Listen, that's how I was learning, what the heck is that called? Microsoft Excel. Yeah, I'm still not an expert at it. I have to go back and watch it out because it's gone. Excel is one of those things that people are like, oh, just put your tax stuff in an Excel document and it's super easy and fast because you just click. And I'm going, what? I take a class on Excel and it's a great class. Do not get me wrong. It's just me. There's definitely a critical error here on my end. It's because the way I learn, I have to. That's my son freaking out, playing a game. What is that? It's Rust. I think it's called Jansen. Yes, he's cursing so bad. Not that you haven't heard it from me, though. I wonder where he got it from. I know where he got it from. Chanel says, some days that's how I feel about being a mom. The hardest thing I have ever done is be a mom. I agree. Listen, I was a mom. I got pregnant when I was 19 and 20. So, man, I've had a hard life. Just kidding. I haven't had a hard life. I'm just teasing. Video kill the radio star. Video kill the radio star. Listen, that was the very first video on MTV, Robert White. David says, I have worked as a network engineer now 29 years. I am beyond passionate about what I do. It is one of the only things in life I am good at. Listen, you, David, would be good at doing one of those classes, like teaching people like me that don't know this stuff, because I need to have my own network so I don't have to pay somebody to host my website. It's so expensive to host my website. And my website is not where I want it to be. Whatever. And it pays awesome. Yes, because it's awesome. Because you can, when you're good at what you do, you're going to get paid top dollar. Use QuickBooks Online is cake. That's what I use for everything I do. It was really easy to learn. So it seemed like it was really easy to learn. I have the desktop version. So I didn't want the online version because it was like expensive. And it was, almost $500, $450 for the program, but I wanted it to be in my computer and have it, and I didn't want it on the, yeah, whatever. So it's really easy to learn. Perfect. That's what I want in here. And no. Robert says, cool. Robert says, what the hell is Excel? Are you being serious right now? Excel from Microsoft. A bunch of blocks. That's what it is. A bunch of columns and rows. Rows and columns. Columns and rows. Listen, I'm trying to remember. It's, you know what the thing is about Excel is like trying to get my formula for my taxes, because everybody's like, oh, I can make a spreadsheet for you really super fast. Well, but it's not going to be a spreadsheet for me because that's not how my brain works. So it has to be a formula that my brain has made, and I know I can make it. I just haven't yet. Micah says your voice was metallic, like, oh yeah, when it breaks up, it'll be metallic. That's hysterical. I've become a robot. David says, I linked QuickBooks to my checking account. It keeps track of all my transaction and imports into TurboTax. That's what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to do. But I also want to be able to put my receipts right in there so then I have them and they'll be easily accessed when I need them. Micah says, cool, David. Chanel says, I had Jackson at 38, tried to go back at that age and be a first-time mommy at that age. Gosh, no, I can't even imagine that. By that time, I had 3 children, and the youngest was 5 at that point. Jet was 5 when I was 38.
Danny, come
well,
Danny, come rest me quickly. I'm about to die.
No, 4. Let me think about this.
Right here. Down the hill, down the hill.
I was 33 when I had Jet, but I turned 34 like a week later. Or no, excuse me, a couple months later. Like almost 3 months later. So, yeah, he would have been 4. Yeah, I can't imagine that. 4 to 5, actually, yeah. Robert said, awesome, David. David says, I have 3 servers here in my house, including 2 web servers. See? I just need something like that. Robert says, was tortured with Excel in 2000 in an IT class. Oh, gosh. It's rough. It's rough. It's rough. David said, it has a section for receipts. Yay! I'm hoping, though, that the desktop version does, too. David says, call me tomorrow. I can help with QuickBooks. Aw, thank you, honey. I appreciate it. Chanel said, I turned 38 on Halloween, and Jackson was born November 22nd. Aw, that's so cute. He was born on 11/22. 11/22. That's crazy. He'll have a birthday 11/22/33. That kind of stuff blows my mind because I had a birthday 4/4/4. And I'll have a birthday 4/4/44. Woo! That's awesome sauce. So you guys, we were talking about dreams and living your dreams, preferably something that you're passionate about, right? Because you might give up on it if you're not passionate about it. So I would say number 1, find what you're passionate about. If you don't know, my back is bothering me. Sorry, guys. If you don't know what you're passionate about, start doing some hobbies and start looking into things. Start using your creativity. Start drawing or painting. It doesn't matter if you're an artist. Who cares? Just do what you want to do. Do what you want to do. David says, I was born on October 30th. I tried to make it to Halloween. Yes. She has a great birthday, doesn't she? My sister-in-law's birthday is on Halloween too, a.k.a. Samhain. Micah says, I now hear only sound. That's so weird. Micah says, your screen froze totally. Are you guys having? Robert says, I'm frozen again too. It's funny because it's not showing me. I have a fine screen. But of course, it's Mercury retrograde, you guys. So Chanel says, rocks and crystals. I love them. Me too. I do see that my thing is low. I want to see something now. Will it increase if I just take it off? I'm literally connected to my Ethernet. Oops. Oopsies. It's not changing it. Huh. I see somebody went out and came back in. Maybe. Oh, my bad. Micah says, investigate the paranormal. Paranormal is so cool. It really is. You froze, but it's back. Okay. Listen, this Mercury retrograde. Mercury and I are going to be having some words. Well, seeing how I just bought a new camera, Robert says, 3 cameras now, I am definitely interested in photography here as well as rocks and crystals. That's awesome. One of my tarot cards just moved. I'm like, what the hell? It's because it wasn't paranormal, I can assure you. Not frozen now, Robert says. Micah says, you are now moving again, but it is a bit foggy. Robert says, pixelated but not frozen. That's stupid. If your kid is playing an online game, he is sucking all your bandwidth. Jansen, you're sucking all of my bandwidth. Yes, you are. They're telling me that I'm frozen and pixelated. Micah says, my interests are all over the place, LOL. That's okay. Good. The more you check out, the more you can cross off. Okay, well, this isn't something I would want to make a business out of or want to pursue or whatever. And you don't have to pursue something like this, like your own show, but it's just like finding what you're passionate about is huge, I think. Like, because then you can check into other avenues of interest, right? Because it could lead you from this passionate project to do this thing that you love and creates amazing energy. When you love yourself and you care for yourself and you try to manifest your dreams, right? So you want to make your dreams possible. When you do that, it has this energy that's created and put out to the universe. So it's big energy. It's huge energy. So we want you to do that. Robert says, yeah, Jansen, stop sucking.
What?
Robert says, yeah, Jansen, stop sucking.
Robert, I don't know the definition of the word sucking.
I don't know.
Like you.
Stop it. That's mean. He was teasing. Jansen's teasing too. You are sucking my bandwidth, you brat, Ola. There's a Hoover vacuum joke here. Yes, there is. Robert says, I know. So this is the thing. What are the things that I want you to do? Is I want you to see your goal. See, feel, hear, sense it. Know your goal. Passionate project kind of goal. You're passionate about it, right? That was a fly, by the way, just in case you guys see that and wonder what the hell that was. It wasn't a paranormal event. I have a big fly and he's annoying me. So you've decided what you're passionate about. You decide what your dream is, the thing that you want to pursue. I want you to put energy towards that, like positive mental attitude energy, right? Like positivity. So I want you to visualize yourself doing that goal, that dream, right? See yourself If it's to do a podcast, see yourself in your little studio and doing what you want to do. Do what you want to do. I keep singing it. I know. I'm sorry. Or, you know, if it's creating your own, you know, creating your own brick store, right? Brick and mortar store like Chanel wants to do for her crystals and stones and stuff. So visualize yourself signing a lease for the brick and mortar store. See yourself ordering supplies. See yourself stocking the shelves. It's all about like putting yourself in that energy, right? And really trusting yourself, not doubting yourself, releasing the fears, and not listening to other people try to hold you back, right? Because those people can be detrimental for some of us, right? And as long as you keep yourself focused on yourself, right? And remember that what they have to say is none of your business, right? Only what you have to say is your business. People will say mean things and people will try to trash you. But a lot of times there's other things, right? There may be some jealousy. There may be some anger. There may be some, oh, they're living their dream, you know, whatever. Their dream isn't going to make it, whatever it is. And this is the thing is, it's not for them. They have no say in the matter. It's of no consequence. So just remember that what they have to say is not yours. And you don't have to listen. So really pay attention to yourself. Manifest what it is you want. See yourself in that situation, doing it. You know, the other thing would be like sweeping the store and having people be able to come in, right? Making that store your own, right? All these little touches. I'll tell you what, I manifested my van. Literally, I manifested my van. I saw myself driving a car. I didn't put like stipulations on what kind of vehicle. I did want a van. I wanted a minivan. I didn't put color. I didn't put anything else in there, like stipulation wise. But I saw myself driving it. I felt free. I made sure that I put all of these little feelings into it, right? I felt free. I felt happy. I could feel the steering wheel in my hands. These are all things. I put the window down, felt the air, right? So there's a lot of things that I made sure that I put in there, especially the feeling of being free. Because after you don't have a car for a while and you're stuck, especially in a rural place, needing to use a vehicle and having to borrow somebody else's, it sucks. So you begin to really appreciate and have gratitude for that feeling of freedom, right? So does anybody have questions? Let's do some questions. Maybe questions. Chanel says, I got something you can suck, Robert. Micah says, doing an amateur card reading live like you. Oh, fun. Girl, keep doing it. Keep up those thoughts then. Do it. David says, tell him I will come over there and implement QoS on your router. Quality of service. That'll make your video stream take priority over gaming. What? That's amazing. That's hysterical, actually. Robert says, Jeff Goldblum is visiting you, Cindy. Right, The Fly. I got it. See that? I got that one. Micah says, but then I have to be 30 years younger and good looking. Wait a second. You're not that much older than me. So I'm 50 and you are good looking. So you have to believe in yourself and trust yourself, love all the parts of you. It doesn't matter what you look like, right? People and what they have to say is none of your business. So if they don't agree with your looks, then fuck them. Robert says, too many overheads with brick and mortar. I could see that, but Chanel wants that. Indeed. David Seiler says, people want to tear you down when you excel in life. Yes, especially when you go beyond where they are in life. And especially if it's parents, like, it's not that they don't want you to strive for more, but there is a certain amount of fear sometimes if you're doing better than them, right? They don't want to feel like they're inferior or anything. And that's not what it's about, right? So it's about that's their thing that they have to take care of, right? That's not for you to take care of it. Micah says, you are 35. I am 80. LOL. You're not 80. Oh my gosh. And I'm 50. So you got to add 15. So should I take 15 away from that 80? 65? I thought that's about maybe even 55. I thought between 55 and 65, I feel. Chanel says, I want to build it here on my property, Robert. Yes, I do remember that. Right in your garage, right? That would be good. That would be good. David said, don't let the haters drag you down. Break the chains and run, Forrest, run. Speaking of a great movie by Tom Hanks. Yeah. I'm 59. Okay. I was close enough. Knew it was in between there. Robert says, well, that would be good, Chanel. Exactly. Ray says I'm outdated. What does that mean, you're outdated? We have 5 minutes, and I appreciate you guys. I'm so grateful that you guys came and hung with me and stayed with me and shared with me. And David says, I'm old enough to know better, but too young to give a shit. There you go. That's right. See, Michael, look at. I don't care what people think. I don't have any makeup on, not one stitch. I don't have my lashes on. They're right here. Here's my lashes. Some people might think they look like spiders. I have thought that and got scared one time. I found one on the floor and it got mashed. So it didn't look the way it should. And I saw this black thing and I was like, ah! It was hysterical. Like, I wish I had videotaped myself at that moment because, man, I would have totally posted that. This is what happens when your Lashify lashes fall on the floor and you don't realize it, and they get mangled as you walk on them. Yeah, it would have been funny. It would have been a good laugh for everybody. Ray says, break glass in case of emergency. My gosh. Micah says, you are so much fun, Cindy. Aw, Micah, thank you. Ray says, I'm feeling old. I'm old, feeling slow. Only you can change the way you feel and look at yourself, right? I can't make you feel that way. I can keep telling you to have a positive mental attitude and to be playful, right? Remember how to play, and that's how you stay youthful. Jansen. Micah says, LOL, Cindy. Listen, I really did scare myself. It was crazy. David said, and you are a lush. Yes. Thank you so much. You're so sweet. Chanel says, I don't know how to wear makeup, but yep, I am boring. Listen, you guys, I'm pretty boring too. Like, my life is, I do my lives, I do my readings, I do notary signings, and I just do what I do. You know, I'm a mom. What do moms do? Yell at their children. That's what they do. That's what I do. Oh, Ray says joints are bad, but you don't have to believe that. Your mind can make you think anything. Do you know how amazing this processor is? This is the most powerful computer ever. And the thing is, is it's adaptable and it can learn and it can do new things. I'm not kidding you when I say this. I literally did like psychic surgery on myself and I went into my hip joint and I ground off all of the arthritis from the joint and I sanded it in the ball and the inside of the joint. I literally saw myself doing that to get rid of all of that. I went over to my sacroiliac and ground Jansen being scared. I was getting rid of the arthritis in my lower back. I've had degenerative disc disease since I was 33. Actually, it was younger than that, but 33 when I was diagnosed with it. Jansen was a year old, and I had a lot of issues with my lower back. This is the thing, is I can choose to be in pain, or I can choose to not give it that power. I know that probably sounds crazy, right? I choose to not give that power to these joints and these places that bring me pain. I choose to go through it. Are there times where I need something to take that pain away? Yes, I do. Like right now, I didn't take it for like 3 days or something, the meloxicam, which is an anti-inflammatory, but I could really feel it coming back, but I don't have to give the energy to the arthritis, right? I am choosing to still be myself and still. So my thought is mind over matter, right? That's literally how I think. Like, you're not going to stop me. I'm going to keep doing this. I'm going to win and persevere. You're going to listen, and I'm going to help heal you, right? So if you have to go someplace to get healing or massages or something, then do that for yourself because you're worthy of it, number one. But it's also about, it's about taking care of yourself. Yeah, healing your body. So, and it's not that your joints are bad. So we got to get rid of that word bad. Joints are cranky, or joints are flaring up, right? Joints are irritated. David says, Ray, what kind of joints? Arm, leg, weed. Oh my God, I didn't even think about that. That was hysterical. So you guys can see David's sense of humor. He's really funny. Robert says, mind manifestation is highly possible. Absolutely. I've done psychic surgery on myself and other people. I'm going to keep doing it. I know this probably sounds super weird, but whatever. Yes, the ball and socket, Robert. Thank you. And Micah says, wow, Cindy. Robert says, joints are bad. Okay. Well, again, we're talking what kind of joints are we talking about here? Because I would disagree that your body joints are not bad. And some people, other than myself, would say that the weed joints are not bad either. Micah says, I have to try that, Cindy. Yes, definitely try that. Listen, this is the thing, you guys. When it comes down to this, I'm not just making this up. I have had issues with tendinitis throughout my whole entire body. I blew out both of my elbows, and so it's called tennis elbow when you get tendinitis here. And it was so bad that I couldn't pick up a cup. I couldn't pick up my cell phone. It would just fall out of my hand. So that's when I'm like, something's wrong. And I found out I had tennis elbow in both arms, right? I'm like, but I don't play tennis. They're like, it's just because it's a specific thing, that how you move your hand. Mine was working on a cash register and picking up heavy things after I already blew out my elbows. So, but then it went to, my ankles. I had Achilles tendinitis. So, and that goes from your heel, the back of your heel, all the way up your calf to that muscle at the back of your knee. That's no fun either. The doctor had told me that because I had tennis elbow, it could go up into my shoulders. So I've had issues with my shoulders, but I choose to be like, no, you're fine. You're healthy. You're healing. You're good. And the other thing is I will tell you, my elbows are pretty dang good. Seriously. But it's also because I stopped doing that motion. I don't do that anymore. And the weird part is every time I've started it back up, because I've worked for BJ's 3 different times in my life. BJ's. Anyway, so BJ's is like a Costco for us. It's a wholesale place. I've worked there several different times, and I had already blown out my elbows before I started there. So by strong arming a vehicle, losing its rack and pinion. Don't ask. I was young and didn't know what the hell I was doing. I thought I was super strong. The doctor thought I was super strong, to be honest. Because I was much smaller then. He's like, what? You've been strong arming your car? That's literally what he called it. So I call it strong arming ever since 1995, friends. Maybe 96, early 96. Yeah. So I don't do those motions anymore. Those repetitive motions that would flare up my arms, I stopped. I left. No, they fired me. I'm okay with it. Yeah. Because I was late. If you're curious. I don't know how that is possible. I'm so prompt and on time. I don't know if you can see me now. I'm like, prompt and on time. Funny. Okay. Chanel says, I eat meloxicam like Paz. Like Pez candies. Yes. It helps me sarcoidosis. My lungs, joints, and skin are my weak points, hence why I broke my shoulder. I know it. Did they ever come back and tell you? Oh. David says, I gave myself a psychic lobotomy and You're so silly. David said, Cindy, my mom used to tell me that if I kept that up, I would go blind. I asked her why she was talking to the stick. That's hysterical. That's really hysterical. Micah says, piriformis syndrome here. No fun either. Sorry, guys. Ray says, yeah, 2006, I slipped and fell on the ice on the frozen lake, broke my collarbone, and dislocated my right shoulder, but I fixed the carpal tunnel in my right wrist. By breaking your arm, geez Louise, or breaking your collarbone and dislocating your shoulder. You fixed your carpal tunnel. Micah says, wow, Ray, exactly. So basically that's what the tendinitis had done. It had gone down my wrists into my hand, and it made it so I couldn't even hold a cup. Yeah, it's terrible. It's very painful. I have a lot of feels for the people that have to deal with that. So Robert says, I'd rather have a bottle in front of me than a psychic lobotomy. A bottle in front of me than a psychic lobotomy. You're so funny. You guys, it's 10:07. Oh my gosh. And somebody else is got to be on here. So I better go because I'm over my time. I appreciate you guys. I love you so much. Thank you so much for sharing your dreams with me and coming and listening and sharing laughs with me, because you guys know I love to laugh, and joking is fun. Keeps you young, I feel, anyway. So go and watch a freaking funny, hilarious show or something, or a movie. You're worth it. David says, in the 80s, I was in a motorcycle accident, landed on my head and cracked my skull, was in the hospital for a month. Holy shit! Oh my God, David, that's terrible. David says, love you, sweetie. I love you too, honey. You guys, I love you so much. Thank you so much for sharing Your time is precious, and I appreciate that you share it with me. So it means a lot to me. I'm grateful that you're here, and I'm grateful for you guys and sharing your energy with me, because it means a lot to me. I appreciate you guys. And until next week, until next Thursday, when we'll have another podcast at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, till 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Just Cindy podcast signing out, my friends. Episode number 32 is in the books. I love you guys. Thank you so much. And I'll see you on Monday for Paratalk Radio at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here on WLFE-DB. Tuesdays, I'm on Tarot Tuesday, and you can see me on my The Psychic Cindy on YouTube. And also then back to Thursday, and it's podcast time. Oh, I forgot Sunday. Sunday from 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is my D&D game. Not my game, but I am part of that. And I believe we're called the Bipolar Dragons. And you can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Facebook, the Bipolar Dragons. So you guys, thank you so much. I hope you have a great night, morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. I appreciate you being here with me, and I hope you have a great whatever day it is, whatever time of the day it is. Thanks, guys. I love you.
Thank you for watching Just Cindy. Check out her website at thepsychiccindy.com and find her on Facebook and YouTube. Just Cindy, every Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. You just never know what this girl's gonna say.
You've been listening to WLFE-DB.com, where our shows are your shows.